11 kilometers down. No light has touched this place since before the first fish crawled onto land. The pressure here could crush a submarine like a soda can. And in 1996, a sensor picked up something moving. Not drifting, not falling, moving. This is the Challenger Deep. The lowest point on Earth. Deeper than Everest is tall. If you flipped the mountain upside down and dropped it in, the peak still wouldn't reach the surface. Sunlight gives up after 1,000 meters. This place is 11 times deeper than that. For most of human history, we assumed nothing could live down here. The pressure alone is over 1,000 times what you feel at sea level. It's the equivalent of 50 jumbo jets stacked on top of your body. Scientists called it a biological desert. They were wrong. In 2012, filmmaker James Cameron took a solo submersible to the very bottom. Cameras rolling, lights on. And on the seafloor, in the mud, he found tracks. Long, deliberate trails, like something had crawled across the bottom of the ocean and kept going. Whatever made them was never seen. It was never found. So what leaves a trail at the bottom of the world and disappears before the light hits it? To answer that, you have to understand what actually survives down there. Scientists have pulled up amphipods, shrimp-like creatures, from the trench floor. Their shells are eaten away by the acid seeping from the rock itself. The water down there is corrosive enough to dissolve bone over time. And yet these creatures are alive, feeding, breeding, in a place that should kill anything with a heartbeat. Then there's the Mariana snailfish, a pale, gelatinous creature found deeper than any fish has ever been recorded. Its skull isn't fully closed. Its bones are soft, almost rubbery, because solid bone would shatter under that pressure. It looks less like a fish, more like something still being built. But snailfish don't leave trails a meter wide. Whatever Cameron's cameras missed was bigger, and smart enough to avoid the one light source in 11 kilometers of darkness. In 2020, a Chinese submersible, the Fenduzian, descended into the same trench. Its sensors picked up a thermal signature, a heat pattern, in a place with almost no heat at all. For 9 seconds, something was there. Then it wasn't. The crew reviewed the footage for weeks. No conclusion was ever published. Here's what makes the trench different from anywhere else on Earth. It isn't just dark and crushing. It's alive with chemistry that shouldn't exist near living things. Hydrothermal vents pump out water hot enough to melt lead, feet away from water just above freezing. Methane seeps out of cracks in the crust. Whole ecosystems down there don't run on sunlight at all. They run on chemicals leaking from inside the planet itself, which means life at the bottom of the Mariana Trench isn't just surviving despite the conditions. It's built entirely differently, from the ground up, to run on a kind of energy we barely study on the surface. So the real question isn't what could live down there. It's what else has evolved down there, in total isolation for millions of years, that we've simply never had the light to see. In 2019, explorer Victor Vescovo made the deepest dive in human history, nearly 11 kilometers. He described the seafloor as looking almost untouched, undisturbed sediment. Total silence. And then, on the way back up, his sonar logged a shape, large, moving against the current, gone by the time he turned the camera. Vescovo didn't claim it was a monster. He's a former naval officer, not prone to exaggeration. He simply said the data showed something his equipment wasn't built to identify. That's the part that stays with people. Not that something unknown might be down there, but that our best technology, at the very bottom of the planet, still isn't good enough to tell us what it is. We've mapped more of Mars than we have of our own ocean floor. Less than 25% of the seabed has ever been charted in detail. The Mariana Trench alone is longer than the Grand Canyon and deeper than we can currently explore with a human crew for more than a few hours at a time. So those tracks Cameron found in 2012, still unexplained. That heat signature the Fenduzian picked up, Still unexplained. The shape on Vescovo's sonar? Still unexplained. Not because scientists have stopped looking, but because down there the darkness always gets there first. We like to think we've mapped our world, every coastline, every mountain, every desert, named, measured, understood. But turn straight down, and within a few hours, you're somewhere darker and less explored than the surface of another planet. The ocean isn't hiding its deepest point from us. We just haven't stayed long enough to see what's already staring back.